So this question, number 5 here, is going to be a main conclusion. We can see this because it's asking us to express the conclusion drawn in our argument and then find the answer choice that best paraphrases, or maybe we'll find a direct restatement. So first step, we want to see what strategy we're going to use, our sum or many, or our traditional. We found that some people have claimed this will probably not be a problem because, so there we are. Now, what I just want to point out here is we have a compound sentence, and we always want to be careful of compound sentences because they're technically two ideas put together in one sentence. So when we have them, we want to be very specific on what we're identifying. So our main conclusion for this is going to be that first half because that's our disagreement with our some or many people statement. So from here, we want to go and look at our answer choices and see if we can find a paraphrasing or a direct restatement. So A, if Earth's population continues to grow geometrically, and in a few centuries, the population density of Earth's surface will be 10 people per square meter. This is basically going to be a restatement of our first sentence. And they'll intentionally do this where they'll throw in, a premise, sub-conclusion, or something like that to trip you up. And this is basically designed to catch you if you misidentify the main conclusion. So we'll throw that one out. With B, due to the continuing geometric growth of Earth's population, the problem of overpopulation of Earth will probably persist. This is kind of going to be an assumption to support everything here. So if we think back to our 5 incorrect answer choices, this is going to be the fourth one you could see, which is something that the passage is dependent on. But an assumption is an unstated claim, not a main conclusion. So we would get rid of B. If we look at C, if Earth's population continues to double every 30 years, and if at some point half the population of Earth immigrated elsewhere, then after 30 years, Earth would be just as crowded as it had been before the immigration. So again, our issue with this one is it's a restatement of the second half of the sentence that we find our main conclusion in. So again, this is why it's very important to identify compound sentences and break them apart. So because this is more like additional information and it's just going to support this, we wouldn't like C. And again, it's not a restatement of our main conclusion, so you get rid of C. For D, the populations of Earth's surface will probably continue to grow geometrically, even if temporary solutions to population growth, such as colonizing and other planets, are adapted. So again, this is going to be another assumption that everything's dependent on for us to get here. So, and for that reason, it's not going to be our main conclusion because it's not a paraphrase of our main conclusion. Instead, it's just an unstated claim that it's dependent on. So you would get rid of D because of that. If we look at E, learning how to colonize other planets would at best be a temporary solution to the overcrowding of Earth. That's a perfect paraphrasing. Because when we look at our main conclusion, as we have highlighted, this would be a temporary solution at best. We have to say, well, what's a temporary solution at best? We look at our some people have claimed that this will probably. All right, so what's this? And essentially, we have to keep looking around until we find, colonize other planets. Excellent. So this is important for paraphrasings because this would, however, be a temporary solution at best. Technically is colonizing other planets would be a temporary solution. So if we look at E, E is correctly identifying our main conclusion and addressing it in our passage. And then secondly, it's an appropriate paraphrasing. So I'm going to go with E. Let's show answer. And there we are.